Yeah, man. Yeah, this is Joshua's Motivation Podcast. Yeah, season 2. You know what it's about. Yeah, fitness, finance, investing, personal growth, social skills, and mental health. Yeah, I'm a 20-year-old computer science student. Doing my thing. I've got an account on YouTube, Joshua's Investments. I talk about my fitness progress, my investment portfolio. Right, my motivation podcast is also over there as well, right, in the studio and online as well. Right, I've got an account for programming tutorials, motion design, boxing, and all of that. Yeah, so stay tuned, enjoy it, and peace out.
I didn't need it for med school.
Shit.
Yeah. So I was like, wait, I don't need it. So I stopped going. And people are always like, I didn't impress my parents. Like, I don't want to, my friends are going to think I'm an idiot. And it's like, I'm going to think you're an idiot if you go take a course you don't need.
That's to impress other people. It's not right.
I'm like...
Yep, that's why I am talking to this person, I said it before, yeah, but I'll say it quickly again, innit, yeah? She basically got A star, A star, A star, A or some shit like that in her A levels in UK.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, where are you going for uni? And she was like, I'm not going to uni. I was like, why?
Oh.
Like, the grades are there though. She's like, yeah, I know, but I got bipolar now. I was like, how the fuck do you get bipolar? She's like, the fucking grade, like to get those grades.
Right.
Like the mental shit, bro. Like I was like, okay, cool. So from now on, bro, like it's a hierarchy now, bro. It's gonna be like what
comes. People have lives like outside of getting grades. Yeah,
it's so stupid, bro. Like I asked them, what's the entrance requirements? I'm like, do you know what the London Medical School entrance requirements are? They're like, no, and I'm like,
shit.
Why do you need 5 A stars? You need 3 A's.
Yeah.
Why do you need?
They were angry that they didn't get a certain grade. These are some people in my school. They didn't get a certain grade, but they still made it to the school. So I was telling them, why you guys upset? They said, it's because how would I say this? Their achievement was to get the highest grade ever. But they need it's not that deep. Just get into school.
I know, right?
But I think what it is is that like for majority of your childhood, like teenager until like 18 type shit. No one's really working in it, you know what I'm saying? So like the currency, like in the real world, the currency is, USD, pounds, euros, right? But in the school kid world, it's the grades. So like if you got A stars, you're rich. If you get the D's and the E's, you're poor.
That's actually a good way to put it,
So that's why they're triggered, bro. But like once you get to uni, you're starting to go into the adult world. But obviously I did, because I was like, fuck the grades, innit? I'm just here because I get free cash, bro. On the real, innit? Yeah, so I'm just here to invest it and then cut, bro. like so I think some are probably still stuck in that childhood level where they're thinking that grades are the currency, but you're not. Like you're in the middle of both child and adult world, so you gotta start to. That's where I see it. Maybe it could be wrong, innit? It could be right. I don't know.
That's right. No, I think it's right.
Yeah. It's not even being lazy. Like it's not even not being at your full potential by not getting. It's like you're rebalancing your time, right, and your resources to excel in other things that are actually going to matter. It's like they're like, but I want an A star. It's like, why? Like if you can buy a car for $2,000, why are you paying $3,000? Right? You don't.
That's why I spend a lot of time on my talents, working on my talents. That's why my grades aren't the highest, but they're good. It's because I really want to make my talents much better instead of just studying every second of my life. It's not healthy. It's not healthy.
Yep. I was on this other guy and he told me, and I was like, yo, what the fuck, this story is mad. So what it was, I'll keep it short as well, yeah. What it was, basically, this guy was like, I feel a bit weird today because my friend, like, he works in this company or whatnot, but basically his friend doesn't require any social interaction. Like he's just fine just
Yeah.
being on his own, like, and not really caring about other people's thoughts and shit. And obviously also he does investments, so like he just lives frugally and whatnot. And he was just saying that he wished that he was like his friend, because his friend doesn't require like all this other bullshit, like paying for stuff to impress people and just getting this weird, just getting all this weird shit that I'm so fucking against, isn't it? I was like,
No,
Rod,
yeah, no. I mean,
that's
I
just like
totally.
me, bro. I was like, that's mad.
No, yeah, no, I
Hey,
totally
bro,
get
before
that,
we start,
man.
bro, obviously Santa Cruz. Let's go.
Yes, sir. I'm actually, dude. I grew up like literally an hour away from Santa Cruz in California.
Mad, crazy, bro. Like,
but like what you were talking about, where how your friend has a buddy who like just doesn't care about like living frugally and what other people think.
yeah,
I totally get that. Like I don't know. I'm weird because like I have ADHD, so I'm super like on the go all the time. But at the same time, it's like I don't really give a fuck about what other people think about me. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's what I was saying, bro. That's what his friend was like, and I was like, that's like me a
Yeah,
little bit. Well, not a little bit, like a fucking lot, bro. Like that's
yeah.
that's like
Like
me.
people, like I'm gonna live my life the way I want to live it, and if somebody else has a problem with that, okay, bro. I don't give a. I could give a fuck about what somebody else thinks. You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah,
something I failed to do throughout my entire life. I was always thinking about what people told me, and obviously the consequence for doing that is really, really big.
No, yeah, and I was the same way growing up, but now that I mean I'm still young, you know what I mean? I'm 21, but at the same time it's like being on my own and away from home because I joined the army right after high school, and so it kind of forced me to mature a
Yeah.
lot quicker than I would have needed to. So it kind of made me realize that it's like, okay, I don't need to perform to other people's standards. You know what I mean? It's like if you want to think something about me, or if you want to think the way that I should act, that's you can think whatever the fuck you want to think. I'm gonna do me though, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna live for myself and not you, because that's just an extra burden that I'm gonna have to deal with. I don't give a fuck
So your
about what
life
you
belongs
think.
to you, man. Your life belongs to
Yeah,
you.
exactly. Your life belongs to nobody else except yourself.
there you
Yep.
go, bro. You got me. No, true. That's why, yeah. Like, honestly, I'm not sure if I'm like some, what's the word, like some fucking narcissist, isn't it? But like that's
No, yeah, no.
that's on
Yeah,
me,
no,
bro.
I
That's me as
totally,
well, bro. But I think the
no,
reason
I
is, yeah.
totally,
But I don't give a fuck either. Like, 'cause it's like I got bullied all the time in high school, bro. So I think that's the reason why, like, over time you get they call it tough skin, but also kind of like what's the word, bro? Like you get used to it, or it
yeah.
just doesn't really affect you
You
anymore.
adapt to it. You kind of overcome it.
Yeah,
No,
there's another word for it.
I feel like I'm reclaiming my life, like, because I've also been bullied, like, most of my life. I feel like I'm getting my life back by, working on myself and shit like that.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, I totally get that too. Like I used to be, back before I joined the army, bro. Because I'm short. I'm 5'6". Before I joined the army, I weighed 210 pounds, so I was pretty fat. And that was always something that people used to fucking like pick on me about. Was like my weight. So
and
I
height
joined
as
the
well.
army. I lost hella weight. A year ago, I weighed like 160. I'm back up to 180 now. But because of like the pandemic and shit, I kind of put on more fat. So I've been going to the gym trying to work on myself. But at the same time, it's like when I got into the mindset where it was like, I want to work on myself for me because of fucking self love and I care about myself more than what other people think about me. It's like, okay, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I'll go to a party with some friends and I'll be talking to some fucking girls or whatever, and I'll be trying to fucking get some. And if some bitch does something to me where it's like, oh, blah, 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 it's like, okay, bitch, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I mean,
bro.
Yeah.
it's like.
That's honestly how it sounds like to me. That's how it
No,
sounds like
it's,
to me.
yeah, you know what I mean. It's like if some bitch wants to start saying some shit, it's like, all right, cool, whatever. You don't fuck with me, it's all right. I'm gonna do
Okay,
shit for
bitch.
me. I'm gonna do shit for me, not for you, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just where I'm kind of drunk too. So
Yeah, I can tell, bro. Like
Oh, you're speaking
you shouldn't
fast.
even, bro. Like you shouldn't even give a fuck about that anyway, bro. Because you're 20. Like, I'm 20. You're 21. We're still young people, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do most
Yeah,
people
no.
like? What do most people in their 20s do, bro? Like, it's such a weird decade, yeah. Because like, you can either fuck it up or you can like progress, innit? But
Yeah,
but
no, I
but you
totally
won't
Very
even
agree.
crucial
see.
decade.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%,
but
bro.
the thing is that
It's
like
about
even when
the
you're working, you won't even see those progresses until you're probably 30, bro. So it's just
Yeah.
yeah,
it's a weird
yeah,
decade, bro.
100%. Yeah, because like I joined the armed forces right out of fucking high school. So like right because I was like 18, 19 right when I graduated, went straight into the army. I've been in the army for almost 3 years now. I just turned 21. I get out of the army in a year, and fucking my whole adult life has just been fucking the armed forces, which is cool because it's helped me mature as a person. But at the same time, the army is a lot of like, hey, they tell you exactly what to do. You know what I mean? So it's hard to fuck it up. It's not really independence. It's like, hey, be here at this time in the right uniform, and it's not hard to fuck up. You know what I mean? So it's more of like, all right, when I get done with the army, I want to experience actual adult life to see if I can function independently, because I am in a sense independent, right? Because I'm not living at home with my parents. I decided on my own that this was what I was going to do because college is expensive and I don't have the money for it. So I'm going to go do the army and then have them pay for my college and do what I need to do. So it's really just like, in a sense, it's yes, you're an adult, but at the same time, it's a lot like high school because it's like they tell you where you need to be. They tell you what you need to bring with you. They tell you what you need to have. You know what I mean? It's just like fucking school. Yeah. So it's like,
wait, so what do you want to be exactly?
So after, my goal is to be a fish and game warden. So I want to look after So basically, your job as fish and game is to stop people from like illegal hunting, illegal fishing, poaching, like shit like that. You're basically like a cop, but for the environment. Because I grew up camping and going into the fucking mountains and shit. So I care highly about the environment. But I'm not also super weird where it's like, oh, I don't drive a car because that's bad for the environment. Yeah. It's like no, obviously it's bad for the environment, but I care more about like the population of certain species and shit, like deer and pheasants and fucking all the shit that makes the ecosystem thrive. So I want to make sure there's not people that are doing shit illegally fucking that up, that are not doing that. But to do that, I have to have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, and I have to have 2 years of law enforcement. So when I get done with the army here next December, I'm supposed to go work for my sheriff's department. So I'll be a cop for like 2 or 3 years, and then I could hopefully get into the position that I want.
That's actually a good path. You have your shit together already.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't necessarily have my shit together, but I have a plan of what I want to do. You know what I mean? I have a plan of attack for what I want to get done, and that's the most important part.
Yep. As long as you have a plan, it's calm, bro.